Hey guys, it's postboxpat. Welcome back to a new video, and today I'm going to be showing you guys some brand new map changes, starting off with the block over at Risky Reels. But before we get into my story behind this one, which is absolutely hilarious because I actually predicted it kind of yesterday, which I'll show you guys in a minute, I just want to shout out everybody who has been supporting me as a creator, especially regarding the Season 7 Battle Pass. As you can see on screen right now, shout out to everybody who has been doing that. If you guys would like a shout out in an upcoming video, do remember to go and tweet me at postboxpat and use the support a creator code in the item shop, and then get a screenshot of that either on your mobile phone or by taking a screenshot on your Xbox or PC and then sending it me via at postboxpat on Twitter, and I'll be sure to give you guys a shout out in upcoming videos. Also guys, if you aren't already subscribed and haven't hit the notification bell, do go and do that because there are tons of videos coming on my channel very soon relating to map changes and storyline and a lot more content. So there has been so many map changes that I've missed out on, and to be honest I can't cover them all in this video because there is a lot of little things that have been added in all over the map. So I'm going to go over some of the ones that people have been mentioning in the videos and kind of show you guys all of them. There are a few that I did miss that are major, starting off with the block. This was something that actually happened last night as a live event during the live stream. It just landed down on top of Risky, and as you can see, these machines are still here inside of here, but you can't actually like get to the weapons they dropped, so they haven't completely cleared it yet. But yeah, if you look at this video on screen right now from yesterday's video, you can clearly see that I was kind of like iffy about it. I saw this rendered and I was really confused, and basically if we get a render like this in the future, we obviously know it's to do with something getting changed in real time. And the case with that was Risky. Now in yesterday's video I kind of went on about how Risky was such a good location. I'm so glad they didn't destroy it, and now with them destroying Risky, it is very disappointing to me. But I guess the block is pretty awesome, and this is basically going to be an area where creations that I created in creative mode will spawn in. Now I don't know how chests are going to work over here and stuff. I guess maybe they're going to create something that has some sort of rule to get your creation spawning in here. So I guess it could be some sort of building or something. And I feel like everyone's going to land over here because of that. And this used to be my favorite spot to land because you used to have this tower over here where you'd get a bunch of chests. Then you'd have this little barn followed by the ice cream truck, and then followed by this location here. But now after the changes of Risky and stuff, obviously, we now only have a few chest spawns. We have one in here inside this building generally. I haven't really shown it off really in videos, but we also have another chest spawn inside of this little bedroom here, and then that is really it for chest spawns in this location. So it really has kind of game changed Fortnite. You've still got these 3 here you can possibly get, so I guess you can get a 5 chest spawn here in a short space, which is pretty awesome. You've got 2 there, you've got the 1 there, and you got 1 there, which is 4. I think it's 4 actually. A 4 chest spawn in this 4 like really tight space. So I guess 5, the one in here, sorry. So yeah, a 5 chest spawn in a really tight space can be pretty lucky. Chances of getting that's going to be rare, but at least 3 are guaranteed almost every time. And you have that there. So I guess it's still an alright location, but without the Risky chests, it definitely does lose its kind of reputation. So a little bit weird seeing this block area, but I guess it's pretty cool. Anyway, moving on to the next change you guys are probably interested in is only just down the road from here, and that is this cool little statue here, and it's like kind of like a golem type, goblin type thing. It's just in the stone area. An awesome area for something like this. I really do like it, and a few people in my game were saying to me as a joke they're going to be able to play as this in Season 11. Just a funny joke there that was going on that people were saying. I thought it made me laugh. So you know, some of the stuff that's going on in Fortnite with planes and stuff, I guess by Season 11, some crazy stuff like that could possibly happen. So I showed off a lot of stuff in yesterday's video. I showed off that little turtle there. Obviously, these are regarding to the weekly challenges. I haven't covered the challenges this week just because there has been so much, but you can expect me to cover the challenges from now on. I just missed out week 1 just because there was a lot of stuff going on that I wanted to cover instead because of the map changes everywhere. So let's keep moving around because I do have a lot more map changes to show you guys in today's video. People have actually been tweeting me telling me how Haunted Hills has slightly changed. Now this is an interesting one because a few people have been tweeting me this, and it's quite interesting because the way they said it was kind of, they said Haunted Hills has completely been knocked down, and that is the case. We can see here Haunted Hills has taken a huge damage kind of thing done to it, especially the upper part, which is interesting. I don't know how this has happened. It looks like some sort of fight has taken place here, but we clearly can see Haunted Hills has taken a lot of damage to it and now has been completely redesigned. Something I missed in yesterday's video. So there you are, guys. You have it right there. Now, there's a few other Easter eggs that we're going to go over in this video, which are pretty cool. We also have a different type of gold type gravestone in here now, which is interesting. I'm pretty sure that did not used to be here. I'm not 100% sure on it, though. The yard definitely looks different. It feels like they've kind of revamped it. We've got gravestones that just didn't really appear in here very often. So, you know, Haunted Hills seems to have had a little bit of a revamp and a little bit of a redesign. Still the same structure. Obviously up there it's going completely wiped, but same sort of design, but a completely new type of texture kind of type thing, if you get what I mean, with the gravestones. So let's move on and go and show you guys some other stuff that we've got regarding map changes that people have been tweeting me. You guys have been going absolutely crazy with the map changes, which is really awesome. I'm glad that you guys have found some extra ones so I can put this video together, because without you guys, we would have never have found some of these map changes. Now, there are so many little map changes I can pick up on in this snowy area. I can just look at anything and be like, there you are, there's a map change, because the whole area is new. But obviously I want to pick up on main structures and main designs. So this was a little section I actually missed in the video. I kind of talked about it a little bit, but I didn't realize that this was a sleigh. From what I've noticed now, yes, it is a sleigh, which is pretty awesome. And also another map change which I missed regarding Christmas updates is this location here. Now, it may not load in creative mode, in the replay mode, sorry, but this location right here in game has Christmas decorations up around the house. Unfortunately, they don't seem to load up in the replay mode, but you'll notice if you land there, you will get that. So while I run the marks or the talk about Christmas decorations, let's head on over to about to say Risky. Rip Risky. Let's head on over to, well, Risky's still there on the map, I guess. It still renders in, but head on over to Paradise Palms, because this location has now started to get a lot of grass in it. Now, this was something that was mentioned in yesterday's videos by a lot of subscribers in the comment section down below, so you can see that right there for you guys. We're getting absolute tons of grass filling in Paradise Palms, which is awesome. Also, if you don't know, unfortunately, I don't think they're going to load in again. It's a little bit like the Halloween decorations, because they're only temporary and they get upgraded over time. Christmas decorations are basically filling the entire of Paradise Palms. So if you guys have got some free time to check that out, make sure you do, because there are Christmas decorations everywhere in Paradise. Again, they will not render in unless I actually drop here, which is kind of annoying. But yeah, if you guys want to check out the Christmas decorations, feel free, because Paradise has definitely got a few already in it. And I assume other locations will have the same sort of thing with it. Now, another thing that I missed in yesterday's video, which is regarding the week 1 challenges. If you're wondering where to land for that kind of like crown type challenge, I can't remember what it's called. It's this location right here. This is a brand new kind of like point of interest type thing. It's not really a massive point of interest, but it's a cool place to land because it is part of a challenge. It's kind of like the crown type challenge. I don't know what it's called exactly, but yeah, it's a new place that you guys can land for the challenge, and it's an awesome spot right on the edge of the map right there. If we keep flying around, there's actually a few other changes that I want to show you guys that are pretty cool. There's actually been a lot of stuff that I missed, which was really surprising, because I didn't expect to miss much, but I did miss a few little things which I wish I did find, but it's alright. That's why I've got you guys covered in this video. So if we keep going through over here, we obviously know this is Flush Factory covered up. We got this area over here, which is awesome. There's two little things that I want to show you guys before we get into the major one. I'll show you guys this one next, because this is pretty cool. So in this forest area over here, I was basically battling on, I think it was the squads game mode type thing where you respawn, and I landed up here and came down here and actually found 3 skins located right here. So we've actually got Raven up here kind of doing some sort of spell towards Red Knight, who's got a shield and a pickaxe, and then we have the Ranger, the Love Ranger skin, also pointing down as well. Now these are frozen statues, and there are rumors out there that this could possibly turn into a edition for frozen type skins for these 3. So apparently Raven, Red Knight, and Love Ranger could actually have a Christmas type edition for their skin, which would be really awesome and could revamp the classic 3 skins there. Probably the most classic 3 that a lot of people would mention if you ask people about skins. I feel like they would be up there in the list. So yeah, them 3 are right there on screen, frozen, a little bit bigger than a normal character, but yeah, you can't actually break them apparently as well, which is interesting. I haven't actually tried that out, but I've heard a few guys of you have been commenting that you can't actually break these, so interesting right there. Another thing that we do have, which is actually sent to me because I did mention this in the video, was the actual location of this island. Now this island is pretty useless from what I know. I was actually at this island a few times and I didn't really find much. However, if you drop down into the basement of this building, there is a secret rift you guys can use to actually get back over to the main island. Now I said yesterday in the video when I first started searching the map, you could actually land here, but you couldn't get off the island without building across, which was frustrating. But now I've realized you can actually land here, which is a really safe option. You can get one chest, you can grind up as well, you can get another chest which is located over here. So a total of 2 chests so far that I've found on this island, and I think there's a third one in here. So guaranteed at least 1 or 2 chests and a lot of materials you can then bail from this item by mining down with this rift here. Now I assume this rift will be permanent because usually they are on islands like this, so it's a great spot to land and not many people will be able to get over to you either because there is no machine or anything that can travel straight over to you. So interesting and pretty cool. Now, one thing that I noted was the ski lifts don't actually move. They feel like to me that potentially in the future, these could have lines on and be all connected to each other, and you may be able to actually access it and sit on it, which would be pretty cool. Not 100% sure on it, but we could kind of assume something like that could possibly be added in during the Season 7 later updates, should they say. So it's like 7.2 or something like that, or 7.3, maybe. Now the castle. This was something I mentioned in yesterday's video. It's a major topic because a lot of people didn't realize, but this castle is generally the best thing that's going to happen, in my opinion, regarding Season 7 storyline. So this huge iceberg, which definitely looks out of place. If you guys take a look at the iceberg from where I'm positioned right now, it just totally looks out of place. It just doesn't fit in the environment. The reason for that is because it's going to melt over time. Why am I saying that? Well, I've actually come up with a theory that Greasy may reappear. I feel like there's a good chance that this will melt as well as this ice cube up here. And the reason I'm saying the ice cube's going to melt, because if you go inside this castle and go to this corner down here, you can actually see the lower part of the castle. So you can kind of get an early preview of what the castle is going to look like if I can get it to work. If you go down here and you can get underneath the map type thing and get like kind of a early preview of what it's going to look like. So you can see there. Trying to get a perfect view for you guys, trying to glitch under, but it's just not happening. I think we're trying to get it in, but we just can't. That's as low as we can get really. But yeah, you can see down here, we kind of get an early preview of what it's going to look like. And to prove that this is going to come into the game, we also have this window over here that you can see through. And obviously, that window, you can see through it in here. But if you go on outside of the iceberg, hold on, where's that window? It's inside of there. So we are clearly going to get this iceberg melting. It's quite obvious, to be honest. It's a good theory as well and most likely going to happen because you can see this like it's kind of linking up. Some you can see bits sticking out of the snow. So generally this snow is going to kind of fade away or melt, should I say, and eventually this castle will become fully revealed, and it's going to be a pretty big location and probably get named a new point of interest because, well, obviously it's Polar Peak, but it'll probably get renamed to something else as the castle starts to unravel itself. We also have these little outpost positions here which kind of just don't connect to anything, so maybe these could actually connect to the major castle as well, have some sort of tunnel system. I don't know if that's going to be the case or not, but it would be cool if they did make some sort of tunnel system connecting these little points on the outside to the major point in the middle. I don't know if that would be possible or not, but Fortnite can do almost anything. Anyway guys, I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. If you guys have found any other map changes that I haven't covered in the first 3 videos that I've made on the Season 7 map changes, do leave them down in the comment section down below. There's bound to be a few changes there and then that are pretty major that I may have missed. I don't know 100% if there is because I have searched the map now for a very long time, but you know, I can't search every single detail on the map because it's giant. So if you guys have noticed any little changes, feel free to message me on Twitter at postboxpat. Send me a picture of what you found or a little tweet and describe it, and I'll be sure to check it out. So if you guys haven't already, go and support me as a creator with the code postboxpat to get a shout out. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and this is postboxpat signing out.